The Albemarle is a tier 7 British heavy cruiser that most people cast aside after a few games in it because they get blown to pieces within the first 5 minutes. And let me just say this before I start the review. If you haven't played this ship yet, please do. In my ever so humble opinion, I think this ship is really good. So do yourself a favor and give it a fair shot before throwing it in the useless bin. With that out of the way, the Albemarle is the perfect ship for island-hugging degenerates such as myself. It lobs stupid amounts of pure classic British napalm at enemy ships. Its fire chance is off the rails. It's surprisingly tanky despite its reputation of being slapped around by everything. Which is very undeserved, by the way. While yes, it takes a beating from just about every battleship it comes up against, that's never a problem if you cover your ship with a good old-fashioned rack. Put a good player in the Albemarle and it could 1v1 every same tier cruiser, besides the ones that aren't actually cruisers and just pretending to be one, and win every time. You could probably also 1v1 every same tier battleship, but they would have to be an absolute moron in order for you to actually win. Your bow is only 25mm. As a result, it is possible to get citadeled through the bow. However, the following are the only battleships to have done so in some 100 battles. If you do find yourself in a one-on-one with an enemy cruiser, fear not. Even if the enemy doesn't show broadside, you can still chunk them for 5k each salvo because that's balanced. I haven't even mentioned the 10km torpedoes, which have such good angles you can basically launch them bow in. You are tied for the most hit points of any tier 7 tech tree cruiser with the Hipper, though it is probably because, like most British heavy cruisers, it's absolutely enormous and way too far out of the water for its own good, and its AA is phenomenal for a cruiser. A lot of people say you should kite in this ship, and I cannot stress this enough. Do not kite under any circumstance. Albemarle is a ship that rewards aggressive and defensive play. Your ass is incredibly flat and you are prone to getting citadeled through the booty by anything with 8-inch guns or bigger. I learned that from experience. My advice for this ship: I use a tactic I like to call island smushing. When the game starts, you use your high speed to smash yourself into the nearest island where your front guns can fire over it. Unless you are behind an island, do not under any circumstance try to get your rear gun involved, as that will get you sent back to port in shame. Anybody who pushes you is stupid because, well, demon fish. And even if you do get crapped on by some big gunned overpowered battleship, you always have an onboard 3D printer if you need it. Anyways, I think it's time for the pros and cons list. The Albemarle has insane high explosive in every way, a lot of hit points, good torpedoes, good AA, it is very fast, very maneuverable, it has a radar, and is very stealthy. The Albemarle has a big citadel, and a weak bow. For your commander you can use Boots Fragrance or Woolly Tennis. If you use Bruce Fraser, you use Burn It Down, Igniter, Light Fortress or Velocious, Fixated, and Fully Packed because 3 heals lol. If you do it the Hipper way, use William Tennant with Burn It Down, Full Speed Ahead, Sponge, Steer Clear, and Fully Packed because 3 heals lol. For your upgrades use Aiming Systems, obviously, Steering Gears, Concealment, and Main Battery mod. In conclusion, play this ship if you haven't already. I find it's fun, and it's all about having fun. Like, subscribe, whatever. Goodbye.